The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevail. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Greetings. Greetings.
Greetings.
John, I'm sure.
I cannot cast it.
Greetings. How do you do?
Greetings.
Greetings.
John, I'm sure.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the two remaining dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat, can we not do this in front of my brother?
Why not? He knows the slope of the land, don't you, boy? You told me a lot of things, not one of which meant more than a fart in the middens. Before me, your sister was just another duster. Now check her out. Braids down to here, gold cap teeth. She can recite elf poetry and play the string harp. Every man's dream. All she's gotta do is find a lord, squeeze out some kid who looks like him, and we're all living the easy life in the Diamond Quarter.
Please, don't get involved. You know that never goes well.
I'll treat her however I like, as long as you both eat off my plate. You keep your head down and say aye to any job I decide is low enough for scum like you. In return, I put out a coin so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brat. Then you both go free, and I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life. That's what everyone likes, a castless with a big mouth. But I didn't come for the joy of your company. I've been looking at my investments, and this one hasn't borne much gold. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested.
Everyone needs me. Because everyone has things they want in my Carter. We're the ones who provide. Until you can do that, you're nothing but my errand boy. So shut up and do as you're told.
Oi mate, I know he's being a little grimy. Mic testing, mic testing, mic testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open up the. Okay, we're good. All right, so fuck you. You dwarf bastard. I know we're both dwarves, but I'm more impressive than you, big nose. You want me to beat someone up for you?
Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
You know what?
I'm sorry you had to see that.
Shut up. God damn, that's mean.
I know. You've always been a good brother. Always tried to protect me. I should have told you. Barat's been warning me ever since 2 of his other girls found patrons at Lord Harrimont's reception. They've been getting gifts already.
Like,
Lord Rooston gave Elsie a surface silk gown and she's not even pregnant. Barat's getting impatient. You know the other options. Cleaning middens,
what's wrong
begging,
with the subtitles?
going to the surface.
They work, but they're not
No.
working on the screen.
Unless you find a way to save us all from Darkspawn and become a paragon. We're pretty much on Barat's leash for life.
Someone like me can never actually be a paragon.
It wouldn't be the first time. Garrelon the Blood Risen was born castless, you know, before he went to the surface. And he came back and won the throne. Many paragons have humble origins.
Hey, yes, hi.
All that matters is that
really
the
that
Assembly
tall.
recognizes their achievements. And once they get that vote, they found their own house, and are as noble as if the ancestors themselves had made it so.
Imagine finding our own house. That would certainly surprise
Oh, don't
Mother.
pay attention to her. She's just a bitter old drunk. She also said you'd never learn to walk or stop dumping in the bed. Make something of yourself just to spite her.
I couldn't stop shitting in the bed because I was having bad dreams.
It's sheer folly. One more way the nobles protect their status. They say casteless soldiers are more danger to each other than to Darkspawn. That it's an insult to the smith to let us touch a fine-made weapon. Truly, they just don't wish to insult the warrior caste by showing that given the same opportunities, we could lead an army just as well. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight.
Mic testing, mic testing, mic testing. What are we doing here? It's not that bad. My character looks so it looks like he took a skull picture and missed like the fucking. Are you? Damn, we're tiny. Alright, so, yeah. Always. Alright, man. Hello, Kala.
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika?
mother. It's Dick Van Dyke, your son. Oh, that's my mom? That's not a friend?
Don't you talk to me like I'm an idiot. You think I don't know my own kid? What are you doing here anyway? Rika said you were finally making something useful of yourself. She's got the body. Might as well use it before a couple of kids twist it out of shape. People bothering me all the time. I got important things to do here. Very, very important things. Make yourself useful. Pick me up another bottle while you're out. Make yourself useful and pick me up another bottle while you're out.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl.
You're so fucking... Hey, okay, thanks for walking through me.
Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias, some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back. Well, if he is skimming, we kill him, of course. I mean, Barat doesn't let anyone swindle him and live. Bringing his head on a plate is completely optional, though.
I have no clue what you're saying.
Whatever lets you sleep at night, my friend.
Let's go beat him up. Figure out what he did wrong. We're two small people living in a small world. Fuck you.
Hey there, Carter boy. Care to try a taste of this? Any way you like it.
Won't hear a thing.
Hey there, Carter boy. Care to
You
try a
can't
taste
say
of
that.
this?
2 bits for the needy. I seen you around. You one of them Barat boys. You don't know from needy. Not until you're my age. I used to work in the mines, checking the new tunnels for bad air. Set me down with a candle, and there must have been a pocket of gas, because it went up like dragon's breath. Healer saved my life, but I can't half walk. What's a man supposed to do? You got some spare feet? If not, a silver would fill that void real nice. Ooh, you drive a hard bargain, soldier. You looking for someone to shine your shoes, clean your pots, keep you warm at night?
Maybe.
Is that what you're looking for? That's worth 10 bits, no?
No.
Barat don't like it when you do killings off his books. I don't know much, but I know that. So clear out, Duster. I wouldn't take your coin anyway.
Not making any threats now, are you, soldier?
I should destroy it.
Please. I just need a bed. Somewhere to sleep. Please. I just need a bed.
Who needs the Paragon Branca when you've got all this? Look at me. I'm the Pauper Paragon.
There, Silver. My boy needs medicine. The docs say he won't wake without it.
Don't look at me like that.
I was beautiful once. I was beautiful.
So you ready to find this surfacer or what?
Not making any threats now.
So you ready to
are
find this
soldier?
surfacer or
Wonder
what?
if the surface is so bad. I hear there's no ceiling. The air just goes on forever.
What are you doing here, Brand? Sounding castless breed like rats.
It's been a long time since the last Grey Warden visit.
They say the king favors his middle son. He may even name him successor at the assembly.
Out of my way. I'm going to watch the proving.
This place is going to the nugs. Castles running around like they own the place. Stand back! I don't want to catch your diseases.
Do you mind? I have nothing you can afford, and as long as you're here, no one else will come.
Same as you. It's illegal for me to walk here without one. I'm from the surface, so by the law of assembly, I'm castless. But I think of the brand as just a part of the license to vend my wares. I use the washable ink, and when I return home, it's gone first thing. I cannot imagine wanting to wear the beastly thing every day. I'm sorry. I've nothing you would want. I don't sell rags and rotten food. I don't know how you castless can live like that. Yes, I'm third generation in my family to be born on the surface. According to the assembly, that makes me castless, so I have to wear a temporary brand. But I think of the brand as just a part of the license to vend my wares. I use the washable ink, and when I return home, it's gone first thing. I cannot imagine wanting to wear the beastly thing every day. You certainly don't choose to live any other way. If you were on the surface, you could open a shop, claim land, and start a farm, and get legally married by the human chantry. Orzammar is the only place in the world that will treat you like this. Yet you all stay. I'll never understand it. And what has the stone done for you? At least on the surface, you won't be rejected by your fellow dwarves. It always seems sad to me that our homeland is the one place in this world where you're likely to be killed by a fellow dwarf. Now, unless you're gonna buy something, I need to unload and get home before the rain sets in. That's water from the sky, by the way.
fine. But try to steal anything and I'm calling the guards.
Sod off, Brand. I don't have anything for the likes of you.
Lesky, you old scamp. What are you doing here? Trying to charm me out of another set of ribbons for your girl?
Trying to talk you into being my girl, Olinda. You know my heart's breaking for you.
Don't you go saying that around my husband. Who's your friend? You're welcome to look around. I'll slide on the markup since you're Lesky's friend, but I can't give anything away for free. Just don't touch anything if you can't meet the price.
Brands walking around like they own the place.
Look at that.
Faded clothes.
Go back to your dirt. They should send someone to pick up the trash.
Don't even think about taking anything.
I've got my eye on it.
Barat won't want to see us without proof that surfacer's dead.
Turn around, Brand. No castless on the grounds.
I think what my friend meant to say is we were just leaving. What were you thinking? No castless are allowed at the Proving.
You again. I said you weren't allowed on the Proving Grounds, Brand.
I think what my friend meant to say is we were just leaving. What were you thinking? No castless are allowed at the Proving.
Yes.
I assume this pile of worthless junk belongs to you? Do you realize it's in the way and that the patrols will not be able to come through? Move it, or I shall have it thrown out in the deep roads, and you with it.
I'm so sorry, my lord, but they told me to move my goods over here. I couldn't even set up shop in my usual place.
Nonsense.
It's true. They said that the servants needed to polish the floors on that side of the commons in preparation for the new commander's first commission.
Yes. The new Idukan commander's feast is tomorrow, isn't it? I suppose it can't be helped, then.
Very well. Hey, leave your goods. Get out. Get out of my... They should send someone to pick up the trash.
Watch yourself. The Shaper doesn't need your footprints all over his clean clothes. Well, stand further back. I'm not gonna risk my position by having someone see you near his robes. After my mother took 5 years of her personal time sewing fine dresses for the head maid at the Shaperate, Mother tells me they never considered a single other candidate when the position opened for underwasher. I am not casteless. I am an honorable member of the servant caste. I serve my betters as is my place, decided by the ancestors who granted my mother my birth. I am not a criminal. You were once. Whatever horrid deviants you're descended from were written out of the histories and deemed unworthy to join the ancestors. Obviously, they bred anyway, but their children can't possibly deserve the same protections as those who were legitimately born. Get away from me! I'll tell my father you tried to violate me. I would sooner lie with a nug. No time to talk. The Shaper likes his robes pressed by the time the hour chimes. No time to talk. The Shaper likes his robes pressed by the time the hour chimes.
Shall we go?
The ancestors were smiling on my bets today. Another round for the house.
They say the warrior caste is
I'm going to the provings
so
later
the Grey
today,
Wardens can
after
look
I
at
get...
Canada.
You just keep to yourself, Brand.
Hey, I was saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Oscius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name? I don't know what you're talking about. You probably have the wrong Oscius, see? I just got here this morning. I'm usually on the surface, and...
So you're not the turncoat two-faced swindling duster Barat told us about.
I never did anything. Barat's got no reason to send you after me. I just want to make sure nobody, does anything too hasty.
Making sure you didn't accidentally pocket any processed lyrium. You know.
Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
My pleasure.
Wait, I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
Just a little, maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns?
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat? Surfacers pay good coin for lyrium. Mages up there, they use it for their spells. Smiths use it in enchanted weapons. I just took the money and ran. I mean, back to Barat to share the profits. I've got a lot of lyrium. Maybe we could work something out. Share and share alike? I don't got any coin myself. I make that topside, but you can take the ore, sell it, maybe get enough to get out of this nest. What do you say? I got buyers up top who'll take me down fast if I turn up empty. Please, I can give you one nugget. That's a lot of silvers.
Are you breathing smoke? Barat will kill you if he catches you with his lyrium. Well, that's a whole other story. We need to sell it before we go back to Barat, and to someone who won't run to him. Tell you what, cut me in 50 and we'll take it to Olinda. Remember her? She likes me and refuses to work with the old man.
Then what happens to me? Yes. I'll go back up to the surface right now. I'll move to Orlais, to Antiva. Thank you. You're as noble as you are strong. May the ancestors bless your steps.
Was that smart? If Barat finds out Oscius ran, he'll kill you. He'll kill me. He'll make you kill me, then yourself. Then he'll probably stew us and serve us to the poor. We should sell this quick and report back before Barat starts wondering what's taking so long. Unless you think we should give it all to Barat. Then let's head back to Olinda.
Hey, boy. You look like someone who could use a spare copper. What do you say? I'm a happily married man. All you'll get from me is good solid coin, and it won't take any work on your part. You look like you've still got all your teeth. Nice and healthy. I craft replacements for nobles who have lost theirs. I can pay you real handsome for some of those. 1 silver for 2. What do you say? No work's legitimate if they let you do it, boy. The Assembly declared back in Darbir's reign that it insults the ancestors for casteless to perform any work the recognized lineages can do. Now, do you want it or not? 1.5 silvers, and that's my best offer.
Gracious apologies, Master. We were just leaving. Right now. Forgive my friend. You know the vent fumes. They mess with the mind. We're very sorry to bother you. Now let's get back before you land us both in a cell.
Offer withdrawal. I'm sure I'll find some other brat who's happy to have it.
Vermin.
We really should get back to Barat.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later. It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Ascaius? What kind of rot are you trying to feed me?
He told us he'd be putting together a side deal for Lyrium. but he'd already sold it.
Very interesting. Seeing how my cousin was at the tapsters this afternoon, and he says he saw something change hands between you and Ascaius, and then the duster sodding stood up and walked out on his own 2 feet. Does that sound like what I asked? Jarvia, what does that sound like to you?
Sounds like some jumped-up face brands thought they could take a bribe and let him walk free. That's just not right.
The lady says it's not right. You wouldn't disagree with a lady, would you? Do you really think that right now's the time to get clever with me?
Right. I mean, no one's gonna say spit to you, Barat. But we can't move that free. We needed to get Ascaius somewhere private. We took him to the lava sinks behind the mines. You won't be seeing him again.
You think I'll trust you over my own blood? This one's been thinking to defy me since the day we met. Thinks he's got some big bridges to fill, but there's just not much there. You're both on loose sand with me, but I'll give you one more chance. One job. You're catching on. The Warrior Cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some Grey Warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. And I have certain acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing. Are you out of your big hollow skull? No brand's allowed to hold steel in the proving ring. It would be an insult to the ancestors.
Not to mention the conceit of the Warrior Cast.
I just want you to make certain the right man wins. There's a lot of coin to be made when people get the fever up. Favorite fighter's an officer named Minar, veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Everd's a long shot. Just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling. I've got a lot of money riding on him. Mine and other people's. I expect to see that 8-to-1 pay off. Understand? The fight only gets announced to contestants themselves to prevent illegal gambling. So first, you'll have to find Everd. See who he's fighting and when. When the name Minar comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water. It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off, not enough to show. But it wears off quickly, so don't use it until just before his fight. He should have an alcove for his pre-fight preparations. All the fighters are provided basins of water. If you're asking how to sneak in there, you're pretty much saying you're no good to me. He's the kind of warrior who wants to show off his oiled physique to a cheering crowd. You think he wants scum like us making money on him? Don't let him know what you're doing. Just find his chamber, see when he's fighting, then go to Minar and dump the drug. I'm not asking you to distill it, just drop it into a basin. That's all you need to know. You'll be in the fighters' quarters under the stands. It'll be in the big arena north of the Commons. Normally castless aren't allowed on the grounds, but I got you a pass. It says you're there to clean up the waste trenches, not to watch the fights, so don't look conspicuous. You bet you will. Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see Everd's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
So this is a gift, huh? I've never been to a proving. You know, 2 sweaty warrior caste men all oiled up by servant girls and wrapped in shining smith-wrought steel. Hundreds of beautiful women watching from the stands, wanting nothing more than to rub them down after. Don't tell me you never wanted to sneak in and see one for yourself. Think about their responsibility. Take these humans and elves who spent their whole lives flitting around eating figs and teach them to fight Darkspawn? Of course they're gonna need a dwarf to help them. Here they get to pick from the best of the vein. I don't know. So the Shapers write you into the histories as a mysterious hero? To save a bunch of elves and humans who would otherwise end up as a Darkspawn buffet? To honor the terms of our 1,000-year-long alliance with the Wardens? That kind of thing. We don't. Unless there are enough Darkspawn to go up there. Because that means there's something leading them. And that means an archdemon. And that means a blight, which means possibly the end of life as we know it.